Alright, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to compare the new Snow White versus this Snow White. So this is the 4K Snow White, as well as, the Snow White's going to show up right here of which one is better. The 1937 version, did I say that name right? I think so. Or the 2025 version. Come on, you know the answer. Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon, reviewing both Snow Whites. 1 second while I get this dog up here. There we go. He just wants to be pet. Anyway, what's this movie about? Pretty simple premise. You have a princess, Snow White. She goes in the woods and finds the 7 dwarfs. But that's where the movie completely goes haywire with both of them. So let's talk about the original in 4K. It looks fantastic. It is great. Yes, you could tell some of the voice or sound didn't transfer as well because, look, this is from 37 or something, so don't expect a freaking picture-perfect quality movie when it comes to that level. But with this one, it's like less than an hour and 25 minutes, and it's no joke a movie about Snow White and the 7 dwarfs, and that's the whole point of this movie. It's to figure out their relationship, what they're going to do with the queen, and not even the prince. And I think that's what hinders this movie, are the new one with Rachel Zegler saying, oh, the prince. I'm going to guess now she's never seen the original. The prince is in the movie for maybe 3 minutes, and it's not like she's searching for a prince. She's just looking for someone to love or a boyfriend. That is it. It's not like she's chasing after someone. No, she's running for her life from the queen that wants to kill her. The prince has literally zero to do with the plot except waking her back up. And so with this movie, it is very much more, how are we going to get to know these 7 dwarfs? How are we going to get to know the Snow White and everything in between? And then the newer version has literally nothing to do with the 7 dwarfs, even though they're a pillar to the original. They add like a socialism story about her just being all preppy and nice. The parent story didn't need to be in it. This thief character with his bandits in the woods didn't need to be in this movie. The dancing sequences, a lot of the songs, it was just a convoluted mess. And I'll say one thing, I watched the 2025 version and then this one, and it was mind-blowing the differences. This is not even the same freaking film on any level. Let's look at this new one, right? Rachel Zegler, her cocky attitude ruined the film. The writers ruined the film. Peter Dinklage ruined the film. There's a lot of elements in the movie that completely botched this movie. And what I can say positive about this new one is not a lot. The dwarfs looks like garden gnomes. Horrible CGI when it comes to that. But other CGI sure looks good. But there is not a lot of positives in this movie. The ending is the most anticlimactic. If you're making fun of Martha from, Batman v Superman, you're making fun of this. Paul, Michael. And there's things in this movie that make no sense. So you're telling me that they're taking these farmers and making them guards, yet there's still a butt ton of potatoes in the castle. Who are the farmers then? If she took all the farmers to become military, who's growing the food? How is she getting the food? There's so many things in this movie that do not make sense. Where's the food coming from? What are these people doing? Why is there even a town anymore? Like, why are they still sitting there? Like, at a point, gotta leave. You just gotta leave. This town is doing nothing for you. You just gotta go. What else? This thief character, like, he's not even a prince. It was so bad. Like, his band of misfits, so bad. Peter Dinklage ruining the movie on when it comes to hiring real dwarfs. So bad. But I don't know if it would have mattered at that point, too, because this isn't about the dwarves. They just made it about something completely different of her being an independent woman and, like, just being like, oh, I'm good, I do nothing right. And here's the big fault, too. When she actually goes to the house versus the original, right? So the original, she goes to the house and realizes this house is dirty. There's cobwebs, the dishes haven't been done, the floors haven't been swept. And she is thinking, not that she's like a girl. No, she's thinking, I'm about to go in this person's house. I probably shouldn't be here. she thinks there's children, right? So she's like, I'm going to clean this house because I'm a good person. I want to do good by these children, and I want to make sure this place is clean because I'm about to sleep in their beds. It's kind of like a, what the quid pro quo of like, hey, I'm going to do this. Well, not really, but when it comes to that, but no, not the Rachel Zegler one. She just storms into the house and acts like it's hers, takes the beds, and does nothing with it. And then she makes everyone, okay, but that's the whole point, and that she makes everyone else clean, even though she really did nothing for the dwarves. And that's the other thing, like, she's doing stuff for the dwarves are doing stuff for her, like, she's cooking for the dwarves. And while that's happening, the dwarves protect her from the witch. This is nothing. The dwarves did nothing to protect Snow White. The dwarves are such a side character in this movie, the new one. It's freaking baffling. And Dopey making that Josh Gad and narrating this original or this 2025 version made me want to freaking barf. It's like Dopey's not supposed to talk. And with this one, the old one, you get the cleaning song, you get other songs in this movie, and you get like a good villain where the queen goes to the woods, does the apple, and gets chased away by the dwarves because the animals come in to warn the dwarves. In this new one, there's nothing. Like, she's maybe asleep for 7 seconds, and then she wakes up from a kiss. Not the original. The original, they put her in a box because she's preserved, and it's going to take a long time because she's not looking for the prince. The prince is not really looking for her until something occurs in his storyline. So it's so baffling. Wow, we can't make this prince he wasn't even a big character in the original, but we're making a big deal out of it for no freaking reason. It just shows the fake outrage of both of this new film. It's so horribly bad. Gal Gadot, I think, does the best she could. Rachel Zegler is horrible in this movie. Absolutely not good in this movie. The side characters are not good in this movie. Paul, Mitchell, Bob, Michael, whatever their names are, just not good. The dwarves look like garden gnomes. Yes, once they're in the movie, though, it does spike up to be a little bit better, but it doesn't get it because of a band of misfits. It does nothing to the freaking story. And I'm sick and tired of these, making these live actions, longer by, 30 minutes. There's no need to make it longer by 30 minutes. 10 minutes? Sure. 15 minutes? Sure. 30? There's no freaking reason to do it. So I'll give you the scores for both of them. So overall, the original, it's a classic. Yes. Is there faults to it? Absolutely. There are some scenes that might go too long, or you wish there was more dialogue or connectivity with some of the characters. But the ending was so much better with how the witch dies, or how the quote-unquote queen dies. And we don't need that Snow White backstory. We just don't. And then we get the prince at the end. But the prince is no joke. The first 2 minutes, the last 2 minutes. That is it. It is a movie about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs will receive a 4.5 out of 5 with Futons. It was at 90%. Now let's go to the 2025 one. A lot wrong with this one. The only positive thing is when the dwarves are actually on screen, it's somewhat an enjoyable movie. But everything else, some CGI is good, especially at the very end with the mirror breaking, sure. But Rachel Zegler, horrible Snow White. The actual design, they just look like garden gnomes. Josh Gad voting Dopey, not a good decision. The most anticlimactic ending of this movie. There's very few things to go right with this movie. There's a reason why it only did $45 million and dropped so bad in the second weekend that A Working Man beat it in the second freaking weekend. And this movie is not even going to make $200 million worldwide on a over $250 million budget, not including marketing. Bad choice, Disney. If you have a good movie, and you want to live action it, don't jack it up this bad. And this is why I think Lilo and Stitch is going to do hella better, because it looks like they're kind of sticking to the original story. So Snow White will receive a 1.5 out of 5 with Futons, which equals at 30%. Maybe it's even worse than that. It might be on my top 10 worst movies of 2025. It was such a disappointment and so bad when comparing it to the original. It's like, oh, you don't have to compare it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So let's see the critics and user scores gave both of these films. So the original Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at 97% with the critics, the 127 of them. Audience score is 78% with over 250,000. Critic consensus. While its involving story and characters, vibrant art, and memorable songs, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs set the animation standards for decades to come. That's a complete freaking fact. So let's go to this new Snow White of 40% with the critics, 250 of them. Good job. Audience score 72% with 250. No. Critic consensus. Snow White is hardly a grumpy time at the movies, thanks to Rachel Zegler's luminous star turn. That's a bold-faced cotton lie. But its bashful treatment in the source material, along with some dopey style choices, won't make everyone happy either. No, it's bad. It is freaking bad. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, it's actually not that bad. No, it's a mess of stuff that they should have just canned it. If Warner Brothers could can Batgirl, they should have canned this one. Took the tax right off. So we have my 40, 30, 72 for this new Snow White. Then we have the 78, 97, 90 for the original. Chase Hawk here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of them thinks Bluetontopia. You Blue Tony. Thank you for watching. Great down. Watch this tape tomorrow. Week from now, month, and year from now. Every single freaking one of you. And so, Mickey, Snow White wasn't good. Don't you agree? Yes, you do.